What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Benjamin, welcoming you to this week's episode of ReCap, where we ask the tough question: do you like hats? And if you do, you came to the right place. What's going on, everybody on Instagram? What's going on everybody on Twitch? Lovely day today, beautiful day here in Oakland, California. Hope everything is going well on your guys' end. As a reminder, if you're not able to catch the show live, you can catch us on YouTube at Hat-Club. Be sure to subscribe to us, which is a fancy word for follow, and give us a like if you like what you see. Action-packed show today. We got not only a lot of hats to show off, but we've got three incredible special guests making returns, two of which were on last week. Another one, it's been a couple months since he's been on, but he's been hard at work putting out some pretty solid hats. But we get to talk about Revenge of the Fitteds, which will be dropping this Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. HatClub.com, HatClub app, as well as in stores. But of course, I can't do this show alone. Got to bring in my wingman, to Furry Taylor. What is going on, dude?
What is going on, Ben? Happy Wednesday, brother. Happy Hump Day.
This is like the first time where I haven't given like a personal shout out to everybody in the chat. Nothing personal against you guys. We just got a lot to cram in the show this week, so kind of trying to save time a little bit.
Exactly, to Ben's point. If you like hats, this is the show for you. Got a very, very action-packed show. Shouts out to everybody that's here, makes time, hangs out with us. We love you guys. We appreciate you. Thank you for making our Wednesday special. Pretty appreciate it. Big Show, as many times as you say that nickname, I'm not going to embrace it.
It's not a good nickname.
No, I'm not.
Not a good nickname.
Not at all. What's up to everybody that's in chat? If I can't, like say hi to you personally. How you doing? Welcome to ReCap. Hope you guys are enjoying your Wednesday. But this is not a dynamic duo. We got to bring in our third musketeer. He's been gone for a little bit, but he's back. Bringing our guy Austin. What's going on, man?
What up, guys?
What up?
How's everybody doing?
Well, apparently shitty, because everybody in the comments has noticed what's going on with my fucking eye. Honestly, it looked better this morning.
It's that 4K camera, Ben. It's that 4K camera.
Well, like you said, man, we're living in 2026 now. Can't go back.
Right?
Go forwards.
Dude, I cannot catch a break. If it's not allergies, it's like, I don't know if I got bitten by like a fucking spider while I was sleeping or what, but yeah, it is swelling.
Very much looks like a spider bite.
It does.
Old spider bite on the face.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to put some meat on it later.
Oh, man. Where's Uncle Ben?
Yo.
Yeah. Listen, with great power, Ben, comes great responsibility. I feel like, this is an apropos time to say that.
Yeah,
but in all
very much so.
With all seriousness, we're happy to have you back, Austin. Rocking a very great Bakanawa hat on the Matishla there.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so. Shout out to Wilder. He did a great job cooking up this collection. It's good to see everybody. It's good to see chat. Just want to take a second and thank you guys for all the support that you guys have given to me over the past couple weeks. It's meant a tremendous amount to me. Hundreds of people from the hat community reached out, wishing well wishes for myself and Max. It definitely did not go unnoticed, and I hope that I got back to every single one of you. If I didn't, I sincerely apologize. But again, greatly appreciative of everybody and for the well wishes. It's definitely working. So appreciate that. So
yeah, man, it's good to have you back.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And whoever clips this clip, we need to see the clip of Max in the Hawaiian shirt. I thought I put it on pretty well, but Max has beat me hands down. So
yeah. The funny thing is that's like an old Darty shirt from my skinny days. So he's been rocking it pretty good. When it was rare to have sunny weather in Buffalo. So anytime that it was sunny during the summer and we were having a little day party, I'd throw on that Hawaiian shirt and just slug back a few claws. So
listen, that's a snazzy looking guy. I had to give him his props. But yeah, man, like we said, jam-packed show for you guys today. Thank you for joining us.
Very much so. Much so. So we're gonna go into some site sleepers.
You didn't even give me a chance to do the site sleepers.
There we go.
I was waiting for my cue.
Yeah, there came and went, Ben. So good to show off some site sleepers again. We're gonna go through this fairly quickly because, like Ben said, we have a trio of guests this evening. So
Mhm.
get into details surrounding the Revenge of the Fitteds pack, and there's some really cool, unique details where we did something called CTO for the first time for this pack. So that's longer lead time, but leads to cooler materials. So we'll have Freddie go in depth on what those ones are. But for site sleepers, we had a slew of MLB and NHL drop recently. So I'm not going to go and click into every single one by one because, like I said, we have a lot to go through today. So, but we had the good Anaheim Ducks get added to the site. So that one's very, very much available and almost a full size run. So 30th anniversary patch on that one, but very good, very clean looking hat, team color esque. We have the kanji script Otani 50/50 patch. So this one's super clean with it being an icy black gutter, black interior taping. We have a San Francisco Giants with the Korea flag patch as well.
A lot of demand for that one.
What's that?
I said a lot of people were asking about that one going
Yes,
into the
they
drop.
were.
Yes, yeah, it's still got a full size run. So if you're jonesing for it, go for it. Ben, I like the glasses.
I was gonna say third and line told me to put some glasses on, and it's like, okay, I had some
You look
have to
like
be
you should
around.
be
So
on
now,
Reno 911.
now we don't have to worry about the eye anymore.
Yeah, there we go.
God.
Seattle Steelheads hat with that's just a plain Jane, but that's got that interior bone colorway for that S logo.
Great looking
We
hat.
also have a Buffalo Sabres 20th anniversary patch hat. Good gray on this one, black gutter, Hat Club interior label on that. That's a solid one. I might pick that up very soon. I don't have a Sabres hat, believe it or not. So I have plenty of Rangers, no Sabres. Good plain Jane, black and white Arizona D-backs. You've seen it on the site a million times. I'm sure you'll see it on the site a million times more. So that's just a restock alongside this upside down LA. That's a brown solid crown that we have restock on the site very frequently, probably every couple months. Same with this Arizona D-backs, almost like a retro on field for that one. So plain Jane on that. What I will click on is this LA Dodgers snapback, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hats that dropped
A-frames,
with this
baby.
serape UV to it. So very, very cool. This is like a color that we've all seen before. Hat Club's done this a couple times, but we hit it with this cool UV. So get a better shot at that UV there. So very clean. I dig it.
Very nice. I do like this a lot too.
Yeah.
Real bit of a surprise drop over the weekend for you guys.
Yeah, very much so. But cool. Like that came in a Astros, a D-backs, Blackhawks, and San Jose Sharks, and then a few Dodgers. We had 4 Dodgers drop in that one, but all A-frames that we've seen restocked very regularly. But obviously the UV is much different on that one. For our Arizona watchers, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ASU hats. The Sun Devils brought them in stock, and then also was it last week or the week prior that that New Era announced that they're now the official on field for ASU?
I want to say that was like 2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah, so
it was right before we went to Arizona. So irony.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So we have some stock available for people that want the official ASU hat provider. One that I'm sure that Ben's going to pick up, which I'll show this one a little bit larger because it also is very much a sneak preview. This is cooked in a few sizes. So Benji, if you're going to get it, you better get it soon.
Gonna pick it up. I did pick it up while we were in Arizona. What you talking about?
Hell yeah, there we go. So we got the Pucky Whalers, so Hartford Whalers there with the Pucky logo on the front, but then we have Inog season side patch for that. Very clean side patch, very clean hat, but also a little sneak preview to what's to come later in the show because we have a slew of hats that are very much in the same colorway.
Oh yeah.
I think those are all plain Janes though, but very much the stone and navy combo there that you see on this Whalers hat. We also had a very, very clean, very, very spring vibe Detroit Red Wings hat, Stanley Cup side patch for that one, 2008 Stanley Cup side patch. I think is that copper. It looks like
Yeah.
metallic copper on the
It is
front.
metallic
copper
copper,
and
yeah.
white.
Yep,
Yep.
metallic copper on the front there. Very clean for the side patch. Not sure the reason behind green and navy. It feels like there was a reason behind that, but very clean. I'd rock the shit out of this hat.
And I agree.
We had another Otani kanji script happen there, and then all I want to say is you guys are gonna be loving what we're cooking up with the kanji logo in future months. So shout out to Jorge and shout out to Monster out in LA. They cooked up something real special that we got approved by New Era. So I'm really excited for you guys to see that, but that's a few months away still. Then we had some plain Janes that dropped, some A-frames that dropped. We've shown a very similar Showtime Otani hats previously, but give this one's a cool one. I'll show this one off here. But we had a few Flames hats show up. So this LA Lakers, that one's a really cool hat. I think there was a Yankees in there too. Yep, right next to it. And then there was a Phoenix Sun. So all stuff that we've shown off on the show previously. We lost Ben there for a second, but all good stuff. Go and cop it. Everything's got pretty good size runs to it from what I was seeing.
And the Astro City Connect down there, I just kind of went quickly by it. Obviously, there was that all navy version that we dropped a couple weeks ago that sold out pretty fast. But anybody who wants the actual on-field version with a cool gray inner visor, it's right there for the taking.
There we go.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very good. Rail hat. All right. And that is
Sight Sleepers.
There we go.
That was
Very
good setup.
nice. Good job, Benji.
Well,
what's going on with your lighting here?
Dude, no, there's a big ass blast of sun coming in. A couple people are commenting on it. I wasn't sure because, like, okay, am I seeing things because I'm wearing these sunglasses? Also, did the hat switch because I feel like I got accused by.
You did the hat. Oh, you did do the hat switch. It looks very good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good brim switch.
But no, it's the light coming in. But the great thing is, when we bring our guests on, it's going to be less noticeable because I'll be the least important person in the room. So, yeah, I feel like whatever. No, without further, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it kind of looks like you're in a Jedi temple right now.
No, I know. It's weird.
With the light glowing in there. So only appropriate for our guests that we have coming in next.
I was going to say,
the real Jedi Knights of Hat Club.
Real Jedi Hat Club. But no, I think we should bring him in right now. So without further ado, we got AB in the house. We got in the house, and we got Freddie Mancebo in the house. What up, fellas?
What? Listen, we got to call these guys the three wise men. That's. I feel like that's.
Love it. Love it. Welcome, fellas.
What's going on? What's going on, chat? So
solid.
Yeah, man.
Lively. Awesome.
Lively.
There's a lot of people today. I love it.
What's that?
I said there's a lot of people today. I love it.
Yes, very much so. Well, I mean, we got really good hats to show off, so everybody's stoked on it. So, and I think 2 out of the 3 of you got the hats in hands, right?
I have all of them for sure.
Okay, awesome.
So I'll show 2 while these guys talk about them as well.
Dope. So what do we got cooking, boys, on Sunday, May 4th?
Well, we were able to put a pack together, which, it's rare. Me and Freddie talked about this, and I brought it up to Rich too, that CTO and regular customs land at the same time. But hey, for May the 4th, it was only right. So we cooked up something special. I think the community definitely was able to enjoy the post today. But yeah, hey, Rich, if you want to kick us off.
Which one should we start off with? Let's see.
Start off with the one you're wearing on the mata.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Jeez. Let me put you on the big screen. There you go.
So this one that I'm rocking was inspired by Return of the Jedi. The infamous...
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. So this one has the Luke on the side and the Vader in front. So this one's pretty sick. So I used the black pearl, pewter, and some of that seashell, along with the metallic red
Mhm.
The Batterman on this one, I went with kind of like that Vader vibe. So it has the metallic red, the metallic black pearl, and the pewter. And then this one has the black guts. And then since this one is the GCP, this one is made in China. So this one's pretty sick.
Oh hell yeah!
Mhm.
Very
A
nice.
great hat for someone trying to decide their force path, if you will. You know?
I want to throw out a very important thing about this is last month, as actually we're still technically in April. Sorry, tomorrow is May. There were a lot of Padres fans that were commenting on the lack of Padres hats that were coming down the pipeline, and I told them
Mhm.
May is your month, and I'm not a liar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Rich, you did this one.
Yes, I did this one. Yeah.
Very nice. It's a very, very clean follow up to your Padres from last year, which was one of my favorite hats that released last year for sure.
Yeah, this one would make a great duo, for the people.
Yeah.
Both, so
I might have to.
Mhm.
And that's an important thing to call out too, is that the regular customs are made in China,
Yep.
and then Freddy's CTOs are made in Bangladesh for that special material.
Yes, sir. And then we'll go with AB's next. AB, take it off.
Actually,
So-
let me switch out because AB's actually got that one on. So there
Yes,
was
Yeah.
sir.
So this one, it's a deathly star, if you will. So
You did. You're real subtle with that one, AB. Good work. Yeah.
So this one's the graphite crown, metallic silver logo, black visor, and then green UV.
Yeah.
And
You'll
then-
really blow up if you wear that hat, you know?
Listen, a
And
citizen
then-
from Alderaan would hate to see that hat coming. We'll just say that.
That's gonna be a good leadway right now. So right here, you got the star itself. I used first silver, metallic silver, white in the patch, and then metallic green to actually represent that planet. And then you got just white and black, and the Batterman really just simple, but the patch is really what wanted to go ahead and take that effect of the Revenge of the Fitted. But that's my first one. But my second one technically is destroying one to another. So this is the Princess of Alderaan, if you say so. If I say so myself. So you got the Philadelphia Phillies in the front logo,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And then I did the patch since she's a twin. I did the patch from the Minnesota Twins, and then I used the two colors for both of their sabers. But I put Alderaan in the side patch. R.I.P. to Alderaan. And then
Now, AB, is that the same combo that you and Davey did for the
For hers?
Panda Phillies?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's the same exact combo. And I thought about it. I was like, wait, she's a twin too. So
Yeah, there we go.
nice.
That
I was
all
like,
worked out.
I was like, what if I play with that side patch a little bit? And it was cool, that I was just able to put the blue, the metallic blue and the metallic green right there, and then gray UV on this one. And then she used, again, the blue lightsaber. So I went with a metallic blue gray in the back with the metallic silver. So that is the two that I did.
Actually, I got a question for you real quick. How were you able to pull off the 1925 Phillies logo with the 2014 All-Star Game patch?
I don't know. The first time when I submitted it with John, they were very, very nice with us. So I was like, let me try it again. So they got approved.
He definitely used the force.
Yeah.
Yes.
A hat probably someone would wear, if you're trying to find the hidden rebel fortress, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but still, I really like the way this turned out. I was like, let's see how we can go ahead and use this combo again. And yeah, thankfully, New Era was on our side.
Well done.
Very clean.
Yeah.
Very
And then what was the patch on the Detroit? Sorry.
And then this one's the 1942 All-Star Game.
Okay,
The
that's
like
what I
that
thought.
poster.
I saw it really quick, especially while I was trying to fix the lighting in my room. So yeah,
They're in line with
I was successful. I got it fixed.
Yeah,
Yeah, you did, Ben. Good job. And yeah, I mean, we really haven't used that Phillies front logo too many times since. So this is a great execution of bringing it back. So
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
who's next?
Freddie, you want to go on?
Yeah, do one, Freddie.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do it.
Which
I
one you
just
go?
got dance with me, so.
We'll put up this one first. We'll do the Mariners.
Oof.
Yeah, so this is Darth Sidious. I really love this one because the side patch, you kind of get that hit of like the stars in the center part, and I think that's just perfect with like that All-Star Game patch. I also really like the way that almost like lilac glow in the
Oh
dark
shit!
came out.
Yeah. I was like, Rich,
Oh.
bring your light.
Yeah. So that was a really nice touch. We were trying some of these glow in the dark threads. Like I really wanted, like if you saw it and it was like lilac, I wanted it to glow purple, but unfortunately some of them like just glow green. But that was the intention. But it's not always easy to get exactly what you want, but we tried here. But yeah, I really like kind of like how that new metallic in that Batterman 2 kind of looks like, the like space and
Yeah.
I think it just really speaks good to like the overall story. So we tried across like all of the CTO ones. So you'll always have kind of like that threading in the Batterman, and then also some sort of glow in the dark thread.
Yeah, this one definitely tries to pull you into the dark side.
Yeah,
Fucking love it.
God damn it.
That was
It's dope.
No, actually, the one thing I want to kind of point out with this is it's like, how long is it going to be until some other company decides to, kind of jack what you did here?
In terms of like what the threading,
Yeah.
I don't know. They might try, but like it takes a while to get these through, so you probably won't see it for at least a year.
Thank God.
But even then, it's like, yeah, honestly, I think even then, like, I don't think that they're really doing it like us anyway. So,
And that's the most
Another
important
really
part.
You guys know
Nobody
it
can
first, at least.
replicate anything that Freddie is accomplishing on hats these days.
So that's the beauty of CTO. So like with Freddie's bangers that he just put out for Cattle Pack, like not too many people can work with New Era to that level that they can replicate this. So like someone's going to try, but it's not going to be the same, and there's only like very, very specific accounts that can do these things, and some of the other ones that can don't even try. So which we're very thankful for. Yeah.
And someone said, "Who's talking?" But it's Freddie talking, you guys.
Yeah. It's
Rich
Freddie
was a
talking with Rich showing it off. Rich is Vanna White in this
They
scenario.
thought Rich was a ventriloquist.
Yeah.
This is not the person who's talking right now. No.
All right, we'll go up with this next one.
yeah, this one is dubbed Kylo's Cubs. You already know. So I just felt like this is like the perfect kind of like combo for this character. The Cubs face almost looks like the mask, and if that wasn't clear enough, that you really get those kind of like silver stripe details on the side patch, and then you'll see here on the front. My bad, Rich. I know you was just showing the front, but you'll see we also added that black metallic yarn with like the blue flakes in it.
Yes.
Which I think looks amazing on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And even that silver metallic that you're seeing here, I don't know if you see it so much in the front, but on the side, you'll definitely see like little flakes in it. So it's not like the standard silver metallic that we usually use. It's a little different.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then this one you get the glow in the dark in the back only. I think
You can really see it on the stitching on this one on the back.
Oh,
Yeah,
baby.
you can see it very clear. Yep.
Crazy.
For sure.
So
And then
I
I think
got to throw out, I don't know how much you guys saw this on Twitter earlier, but some quote unquote Cubs fan was complaining that we used the 1990 All-Star Game patch a little too much. I didn't tell them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a dope patch.
It's a really good match. Yeah.
Yeah. This is definitely not a hat for a trader,
Exactly.
Let's see. We'll go D-backs, Freddie.
Cool. So this is the Darth Maul.
Allegedly.
Yeah. So we had on this one just use kind of like that black with blue flake threading on the front, and then kind of like that pink glow thread. And then just kind of adding a nice little like contrast stitch detail on the visor just to differentiate it a little bit.
Damn.
And then the red metallic thread is also not like the regular red metallic. Like it has like little flakes in it, so it really like pops. And then you'll see on the side, the snake is, you know,
Ooh.
representative of one of like the most evil villains that are known in the galaxy.
So fast.
So yeah, I think this one was just kind of like a good way to, I guess,
Yeah.
interpret that character.
The
Sheesh.
inclusion of the yellow eyes is insane. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Now,
good detail.
and this is one thing I do want to give hats off to you, Freddie, about. I'm very particular about contrast stitching. I'm not mad at it, but I feel like when we did the heart, I think the Valentine's pack last year, and we kind of experimented with it a lot. I feel like that's where I saw it really executed well. But this hat, from like a hook telling perspective, color palette, this was really, really well done. I think you could have went black, and it would have been nice, but I think the contrast really gives it a nice pop. I really that slowly became my favorite detail of the hat over time, for sure.
Yeah, thanks. You know, we have a lot. I did a lot of like black hats in this collection. Granted, because like 5 out of the 6 hats are like the dark side, or 4 out of the 6. So so yes, I just wanted to make this one a little bit different than the others. So especially since we have like the other Detroit that we're gonna look at in a second, that's like similar.
I mean, I will say space is pretty dark, so you kind of
Yeah, so this one's crazy too. You got that red metallic with the flakes in it, that clean black satin embroidery on the inside, and then for the All-Star game on the patch, we have that black metallic with the blue flakes, and then popping against that red metallic again.
Porkins.
I kind of dig that idea, to be honest.
And then this one, he put the side patch on the.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
buddy.
The glow.
Damn.
And correct me if I'm wrong, fellas. The first iteration of this pack, before this one, did we have a Fett inspired hat? I felt like we did.
Yeah, but it arrived late.
That's
Oh,
what it
that's
was.
right.
That's what it was. I was trying to remember.
Yeah.
This is Freddie, this is disgusting. All 3 of these are just, oh my God, like that. Like I thought I liked the D-backs more, but then this one right there just is like, yeah, that's tough. That's
Yeah,
really
the Tiger's in hand is insane.
Yeah.
tough. Sheesh.
But yeah, Tiba, you are right on that. That's what the Detroit is.
Okay, gotcha.
And what better way to show love to our Houston family?
To haul.
Damn.
I mean, we don't have to keep doing that.
So this is the Anakin before he crossed over to the dark side, and yeah, just kind of using that black metallic against that the brown, time back to the apparel in the movie, but yeah, just utilizing those new threads in a way. I think that ties back, to the inspo.
So the
Now
front of this too has that the blue threading
Jeez.
glow.
Yeah, the blue glows.
Yeah, that's crazy work.
I don't know if it's catching up on the camera.
No, I could see it, and that's why I was like, because at first when I saw it, I was like, it looked like metallic black pearl, but then it looked like the other hats you guys were showing with the flakes in it. Is this CTO also, or is this just
This is CTO, yeah.
Jesus?
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't decide between the D-backs and this one, but like I think just the overall inspo, that individual in this specific era is like my favorite, especially like I'm a Clone Wars fan. I don't know if you guys watch the animated series, but like Clone Wars is one of my favorite like character arcs for this individual. So this one's pretty fucking sick.
And then this one has the blue glow in the dark.
God.
Yeah, buddy.
This will also be a great duo.
Very good. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Oh, yeah.
For sure. For those that caught on the app exclusive last week.
Anakin Braves, as they dubbed it already.
That Astros hat is great if you're, going on a short flight to Genosis. You know, maybe.
Seth is doing deep cuts right now.
Hey, really, you know, I just
This one is super intriguing.
this is respectfully, other hat companies take fucking notes. Like I need like, and I'm not even trying to do this to be like braggadocious. This right here, like Freddie, this is you too?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't really have to like tell you guys who this one's inspired by. I'll just say like I really like fought myself for a while between using like I was a little nervous to use that like kind of glow green color on the Yankee front logo.
Yeah.
I wanted to play it safe and just use like the white glow. But I think that I don't know, I think it works, and I think I really like this one. This is probably like my favorite one out of like the 6 that I did.
Actually, I got a question in regard to the front logo. During the design process, was there any way you were trying to get it so like just the Y was kind of highlighted as opposed to the N and the Y, and there was like no way to kind of figure that out?
I know we're able to do that sometimes. I think in CTO sometimes we have a challenge breaking the logo up. So I didn't really pursue that, but I did I did want to kind of like make the Y a little bit more pronounced. But yeah, that wasn't really an option. But that would have been like a good way to kind of like tell a stronger story.
And I tried hard when Freddie was showing this off, like when he was doing the initial concepts for it. I tried hard for him to make it a Mets, but I did not succeed.
Big Show, I would love to know how that was an unnecessary question I just threw out there.
I just again like, and this just goes back to just understanding arcs and hooks and playing with different materials. I mean, that hat is a masterclass. If you never watched any of like the deep cuts I just said, and you just saw that hat, you know exactly what the storyline could possibly be or be alluding to with that. Like that's the sign for me of a great hat.
Oh, red, blue, and green.
Dude, that is just so layered upon layered. I mean, the only one that's missing is something of a purple variety, but
do or do not. Mace. There is no try.
Yeah, we got that on for the Sidious one.
Which one? Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's purple.
Yeah, I did. I was gonna ask that. I was gonna ask if the purple in there was towards that, and that's
yeah, my bad.
There we go. Okay, go. Okay.
So, Freddie, you said that these were they supposed to originally glow the purple that they are?
Yeah, initially I wanted to get yarns that glow in like the colors that you see. The challenge is like we don't really have the yarns in front of us to kind of test them. So we just kind of see the color and then hope for the best in some cases.
Yeah.
So, but I think all things considered, it's still pretty dope element. And especially with like the metallics, I think it's kind of interesting, combining those two elements and seeing, how they play out. I think this story is perfect for it.
Yeah. I mean, and so Wilder, I wanted to, and this is a question to all you guys. I mean, obviously we know May the 4th is a big deal. Do you guys think that just the fact that these hats are launching on that day, release is happening on that day, like, was that something that you were intentionally pursuing when you were putting these designs through? Or was this just like happenstance that it, like you guys said, CTOs and typically regular hat orders don't normally come in at the same time. So was that actually when you guys were working and putting these designs through, was that the goal to get them through on May the 4th? That was the goal?
That was always the goal, but we were just praying, we were just praying that they got here at the same time, But yeah, that was always the goal. Again, just kind of do it like last year, since last year it released on May the 4th. So yeah, that was the same goal. But before I think Rich has one more though. We missed one more.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. Let me put you back up on the big screen. There you go.
So this one may or may not be inspired by a starfighter.
Allegedly.
But yeah, this one has a little bit more color. This is like the most color I think I put on a hat personally. So I went with the chrome dome with the graphite simple gray. But this one has the X-wing and the TIE fighter. So allegedly.
Allegedly.
So they have like that that lime green, if you know the movie, you know. And then I use the button for his companion, R2D2.
Oh,
And then the jumpsuit.
Goddamn.
yeah.
So this one has a little bit of the jumpsuit. But yeah, this one's really cool. Yeah, shout out to everyone.
Yep. If that hat had a phrase, I think it would say "Stay on target."
Freaking tough.
And yeah, this one's the first time we used this upside down T, so it's pretty cool to see that happen.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good
I was
job.
going to say, with that, I had also had people asking when we're going to do an upside down Astros logo. So way to go, guys. Although I don't see how an upside down Astros logo makes sense. It's going to come out the same fucking way.
Unless they're talking about the.
They're probably
prototype
talking about
logo.
the prototype.
Yeah, that's probably the one that they're talking about. But you know,
It's like an H upside down is still just an H. Come on, guys.
Well, gentlemen, I think you guys cooked up something special, and it's dope. We love celebrating it. I think everybody's a nerd for this specific franchise at Hat Club. So appreciate you guys putting this together again for the hat community. And
Yeah.
I can definitely say you all have now officially been granted the rank of master.
No, yeah, big shouts out to you guys, man. I mean, like we talked about, last, I think when the main event pack came and we talked about moments, I think comments have said it too. This is definitely in my, contention for pack of the year. I think just the moment when it's releasing, the combination of design elements, I think it's really, again, it's a hat where there's something in there for everybody. So, big shouts out to you guys. Congratulations. Y'all knocked it out the park for real.
Yeah, seriously. Also want to throw out there that going from, last year's similar pack to this year's and the level of creativity, especially with you, Freddie, with all the ingenuity and original designs and thread fabric, et cetera, that you put into this. I'm looking forward to potential of you guys doing a third year and just seeing how much crazy you guys can kind of go with it.
And hopefully we don't have to wait for the third year for that Yankees to turn into Mets. So shock drop that 6 months from now. I wouldn't hate that. That would be all right with me.
Yeah, I could see it, Austin. A Mandalorian Mets, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm still wanting it in that same colorway that we got going on for that Yankees. That's tough.
Yeah. Chat's asking this question, guys. Hopefully, if you guys can't answer, Austin and Ben can answer. People are asking how stock is looking on these. Is it pretty generous or healthy, or is it?
It's pretty good.
It's fairly healthy stock.
What's up,
Ben? I think you're a little delayed.
I was sorry.
You're good. Go for it.
No, what I was going to say was, it's actually a little bit healthier than Cattle Pack.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I just looked, and so I was kind of glad my camera cut out when it did because I was looking on my phone to check it. So yeah.
So instead of 10 minutes, it might last 11. So there you go. Regardless, you gotta have quick fingers.
But who's to say? I mean, this is the first time we've done a Sunday, CTO drop, collection drop in 2 years?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I think it's confidence that listen, get a couple of high cops in, during the morning, during the benediction. But no, I think it's also something, speaking to the company's belief in you guys. I mean, I know when Freddie first pushed the Cattle Pack, a lot of people were very critical of it. Like, who wants an all-over hat? And then now we see Cattle Pack hats selling in the secondary market for like $650. So
yeah, what the fuck?
I mean, I think. Yeah, but I think again, it's just we're always pushing the boundaries, and that's what makes the team and makes what we do great. So I'm expecting, like you said, 10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes and 500 milliseconds, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. But great work, gentlemen.
Yes,
and thank you for coming on and sharing those
seriously.
stories with everything.
Sure.
And all the alleged connections that it might have.
Don't even know what you guys are talking about this entire time. It's crazy.
My bad. I'm gonna have to prep better next time. I at my best today.
I'll be the one that gets the grunt of it. So don't worry, you guys are still safe. I'll be the one that gets yelled at.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You know, Austin, all you got to tell them is, you know, the Sand people are easily startled, you know, but they'll be back in greater numbers. Just say that. It'll work, I promise.
Oh man,
Dude.
Good Lord.
Elgato again.
Well, awesome. All right, guys, as a reminder, this is Sunday. Usual drop time, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Hat Club app and hatclub.com for this one. And are the stores getting some? I think some of the stores are getting some. I think
Yes.
NoHo and LA are both getting it, right?
Yeah,
The CTO.
Give me one sec. Okay? I'm back. Yes, LA's getting some. NoHo's getting some. Actually, the Arizona stores are getting some as well. I think the only two stores that are not are Great Mall and Roosevelt Field. Sorry, guys.
Yep, those stores, you know, constituents are gonna ask you, Ben, why do you hate them? That's probably
Yeah, because I don't try to pull hats in that store at all.
Yeah,
we love you guys.
We'll be definitely posting all the store accounts from the exception of Great Mall and Roosevelt. But yeah, you guys will know.
Yeah, we love you guys.
AB's just rubbing salt in the wound right now, just with the reminder, with the exception.
Yeah. Well, good thing for y'all that are at places where you're not, you know, getting stores. The great thing is you don't have to, you know, drive too far. You know, the force is at your fingertips on the hat.
I gotta say, it's gonna be kind of nice to see, like, you know, lineups, you know, early in the morning again for every store, as opposed to just like one store or two stores. So
that's dope. And yeah, and LA's gonna have some additional panic. I don't know if anybody caught the live, but if you're in LA, they have some of the Cattle Pack Dodgers releasing at the store this weekend.
bam.
Some bot cancellations went direct to the store. So shout out to Ben for getting those cancellations in. And if you're in LA, make sure you cop. I don't know. Chief might be in here to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's Saturday for cattle and on Sunday for Revenge of the Fitteds. But
That's correct.
Yeah, perfect.
That's a crazy back-to-back lineup right there.
Yeah. So you might be hitting LA traffic 2 days in a row. Sorry.
Or sleep outside. That's
Hey, I was gonna say, I'm not apologizing because y'all wanted a store in LA. We put a store in LA, and this is what you get.
He said, "This is what you get." Yeah, man. Excited. Thanks for having us on, guys.
No worries, guys.
Appreciate you guys for taking.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. We'll catch up soon.
Sure.
Hey guys.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Boom. There we go. Hopefully my
Awesome.
camera doesn't cut out the rest of the show. I'm kind of under the impression that we had so many people on that my camera was just overwhelmed with the excitement.
Yeah, it was good that you were just a tiny box though. That was
Yeah.
that kept going. Elgato.
Yeah.
It's all right. At the same time, me not being on camera or being able to use my microphone kept me out of trouble.
Yeah. You know, man,
did.
it sounds like to me you probably need a part for your hyperdrive for that camera. That's what it's sounding like to me.
Yeah. But I was supposed to go to Toski Station for some power.
And as a reminder, folks, watch a Twitch VOD if you need to rewatch us after the show to see the additional details to the hat. You can watch a Twitch VOD immediately after the show ends, or if you're willing to wait until tomorrow, everything always gets uploaded to YouTube. So hat-club for that one. So go give us a subscribe, which is in Ben's term a fancy word for follow.
Yeah.
Not Cap Crusader. I want you guys to eat this time. I like packs like this where it speaks to me. I've probably watched these movies an unhealthy amount of times, which is why the deep cuts were coming. But I'm glad y'all enjoyed.
Yeah, Tef, I was gonna ask you what you had for dinner because you have absolutely been on one tonight.
Listen, it's a great thing. A wise man once said, the force will be with you always. And I felt like tonight was the night for me to top my night to shine.
I think Tef out nerded me on this show for once. So.
I was gonna say, the only thing I know is that the dude that said that his name is Ben.
Yeah, that's true. You do have a deep connection there.
Listen, I think it started when AB said he went over to Detroit, and I was just like, man, a citizen from Alderaan would hate to see that hat coming. At that point, it was just
You were all in. You were all in.
That broke the seal. We had to full
Hep
on.
is tucking himself into his Star Wars bed sheets tonight.
Listen,
all proud of himself.
my Wookiee onesie, if you will.
Your Wookiee onesie. I love it. I love it.
I will say, I did not write trivia questions this week, but because this is not a drop that's happening tomorrow, we might be able to figure something out in the next couple of days to give you guys some early access invoices. We'll figure it out. We got, like I said, we got a few days to figure this out.
Yeah, so. we could test some some knowledge in here. See what you guys know. You know.
Hell yeah. Well, evidently it's not going to be David Kearns because he said that during this show he felt like Austin when you guys talk wrestling.
Listen, David, this separates the men from the Ewoks here, buddy. This is what we do.
Big Show. I was going to be subtle about it and like message you later, but I already owe you an invoice anyway. So if you want to collect it for this, you can.
Very
David,
nice.
I would say go for the the hat that that was a great Jedi Master. I would say, and I think you know which one I'm talking about for your favorite franchise. I think that would be a great one for you.
I'd say wait for the Mets version to come out, but that's but yes, like these are very, very unique executions. So shout out to everybody that was involved with Rich and AB and Freddie. So I was kind of taken aback by the that when Rich showed that Seattle and the blue threading started to pop and looked very galactic. So I don't think you're gonna go wrong with any of them. In all honesty,
I meant what I said. I really have this in main event pack so far as like my packs of the year. I think they're just hit. It's a great moment. Like I said, how many times are you gonna actually have a pack that's this theme that's happening on the day? And everything else like that, just the thought that went into it. And Freddie's been killing it, especially with those out of the box experimental threadings, experimental designs, even just the purple on that Seattle, if you remember the movie, you understand why that's also cool. So like, I like that. I like that our team is not having any boundaries with using the hat, to its fullest potential.
And on an unrelated note, I don't know if you guys saw, but the 30th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith was out this past weekend, and there was a showing that had Sam Jackson make an appearance, and he said Mace lives.
Yeah, I feel like the
crowd erupted.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's it's just funny, like, because again, like when most people talk about sensing Jedi by like their Force usage and stuff like that, a lot of Jedi, stayed hidden by not using the Force, by not doing those types of things. So entirely possible. He's a powerful Force user. Why would he not, survive something like that? We've seen other Jedi survive lightning Force attacks, so why not?
Warrior X4, you bring up a good point. Nobody dies in Star Wars except the younglings.
Whoa. Whoa. Wow.
What's even funny about that is the most recent Disney Plus show explored that. One of the Inquisitors was a former youngling that survived the Order 66. So I think that's, but again, I don't know. I have a love-hate relation. I think the best Star Wars series that's been done outside of the original 3, and then I have a love-hate relationship also with the 3 that came out after the original, is The Mandalorian. I feel like that's that's been like the best one that I've seen so far. And Kenobi was good. I think it was slow at some points, but I think it built really well to the Kenobi, Vader fight. The
Kenobi Vader fight is probably top 3 for fights in the Star Wars universe, in my opinion. So they that was worth it, the whole thing.
BT Kevin Hart, really? Andor? Okay. I mean, I'm gonna be nice. It's okay. I mean, to me at that point, I think Mandalorian was so good because of the fact that before Luke even gets introduced, it's like you have there's a whole lore about Mandalorians, the code and how it works. So I think just the fact that you had a deep cut into that, and there was really no Jedi per se, it's like, and that was really the crux of the story. That's why I think it carried to me.
I mean, Rogue One was a phenomenal film. I like
Yes.
that one a lot. But I don't disagree with you, Tef. And I would be as bold to say as I think and then we got to get in on more hats. So we'll
Yeah, exactly.
wrap it
Yeah,
up after this. But
Mhm.
Mandalorian, I think, saved the Star Wars universe today.
Mhm.
Like today's Star Wars universe, I think it saved it because there's no doubting that the Grogu Baby Yoda aspect, like that was a phenom when that came out. So, but I digress. That was a
Yeah.
hot take, but I think it was a valid one. And now
I agree with it.
there's more hats beyond Sunday.
There is more hats. Actually, even before
Mhm.
Sunday. We
Even
went
before
usually we go in a
Sunday.
linear fashion, but this week, because the big release is, Revenge of the Fittest, we had to start off with them. Also just gonna throw it out. I haven't seen any of the actual shows on Disney Plus, so I'm actually kind of happier for now. You guys are fucking nerds. Anyway, all right. So we are going to start with tomorrow, Thursday, May 1st. Oddly enough, there wasn't a time scheduled as far as when these drop, so I can only assume it's going to be between 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning West Coast time. But it's two different collections, basically just color stories of A-frame hats. So kind of interesting to go Christmas themed colorways in May.
Hell yeah.
But I ain't mad about it. So
Cinco de Mayo colors, Ben. Probably
even better. Even better.
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo colors.
All right. So I'm gonna go with the red and white ones first, just because they're hot, burned in my hand. But every single one is gonna be red crown button upper visor, cool gray under visor, red snap feature in the back, black sweatband, and all these are gonna be made in China. So starting off with the Detroit Tigers, your future 2025 World Series champions. Always got to get that out. And then, of course, the Oakland Athletics. That's all I'm going to say about that. Then we got sticking with the theme. Apparently, there's a lot of 1925 Philadelphia Phillies dropping this month, so which is really kind of interesting.
I might need that. That.
Not bad. Chicago White Sox, the only team in Chicago that matters, of course. Sorry, they have a terrible owner, just like the A's. New York Mets. There you go, Austin. There's your Mets love, baby.
That is a very good looking hat.
Actually, I kind of dig this one with the black H. So Houston Astros, obviously, but more specifically, I'm going to go in a little bit closer. This one is the 1980s, 1970s version of the Houston Astros logo. The easiest way to tell is no drop shadow.
Definitely gives me Texaco gas station vibes.
I can see that. I can see that for sure.
Bam! In your face, New York Yankees, because of course there's going to be a Yankees in the pack always. 1980s style San Francisco Giants, so rounded off corners.
Yeah.
Tef's Atlanta Braves.
Whoop, 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 whoop. I've not really seen a bad one yet. I feel like these are solid everyday wears for our 940 aficionados for sure.
Yeah, even the Arizona Diamondbacks coming out a little bit cleaner. Eddie's going to be white threading on the inside, even though the light makes it look like it's metallic silver, but it is white, black scales. And last but not least, LA Dodgers.
Tef, I would like to see like you style these hats too. You know,
I feel like
I know they're everyday wearers. I think like I don't see you in red hats often, so I would like to see you style the like a classic red hat. So
I feel like that's definitely like a very good all day, like going to the airport, running errands. I could that's a really I don't want to say it's pretty easy, like a good hoodie with some like sweatshirt.
That's what I call a car hat.
Yeah.
So one of those hats that you keep in the car, and then you're ready to go into the grocery store. You throw it on, and you're good to go.
Yeah, unless Chewy said, you're in LA in a certain area, maybe not the best place to wear it, but options when you're in neutral territory.
Grambo says gym hat, but I tried wearing a hat in the gym one time, and it feels weird.
I think for certain exercises, if you're doing squats or you're doing bench press, maybe. But things where like weight or stuff is moving around like the bill, that gets annoying. So typically I just go in with like a beanie or something like that.
Also, if I want to sweat more, I'll wear a hat at the gym.
Yeah, definitely seen that.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Like I said, there's a second colorway of A-frames that's dropping tomorrow as well. One, forest green, and this is actually ivory, not optic white, for the front logo, but same thing again, forest green crown, button, upper visor, and snap feature, cool gray under visor, black sweatband made in China.
That's what we call moist in the biz.
Moist. But yeah, ivory front logo. Starting with the Mets, because you know, gotta pull some favors with Austin from time to time. Interesting enough, I dig this one a lot more than the red and white version because it's got that nice metallic gold outline. But Arizona Diamondbacks.
That one would be very appropriate last month in Arizona.
Yes.
Or was it this month? Technically this month.
Yeah.
Do you mean St. Patrick's Day or
no? Managing garbage.
Mm.
Wait,
no, that was that's in February.
February?
Yeah. That's why I was thrown off, and I'm like, well, we're still technically in April, so
yeah.
LA Dodgers, everybody's favorite, up next.
Acceptable to wear in LA, right, Chewy? That well, you know what? I'm not even an LA resident, so I'm not even gonna endorse that message.
Oakland A's, which is kind of funny because it just seems like a normal, like 1993 alternate hat to me.
This is like, I feel like if you're into vintage, like Nigel, like one of our ambassadors, I feel like he could really do numbers with this as far as like pin work or even embroidery on it.
Yeah. Austin's favorite, New York Yankees, up next.
I like Captain Crunch Dog's comment on IG. The first place New York Metropolitans.
I mean, first place in your division, sure.
Yes.
You know who else is in first place? The Detroit Tigers, baby.
Hey, Mets have a better record, though.
So the hell what? They're not going to go there.
The Mets will fall apart in a month.
They will. And then they'll pick up their steam in September and probably get a wild card spot.
Yeah.
San Diego Padres. Interesting thing about this one is it actually reminds me of the old mid-2000s military day hats. Like same color scheme and everything. And I think the SD was actually that same ivory color, if I'm not mistaken.
Ben is right, ladies and gentlemen. He is right. Detroit is is first place in the American League Central.
Goddamn right there.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
They're right in front of the Guardians.
Yeah. I was going to say, actually, the Guardians are pulling out a little bit better than I was expecting. So, but it's still early. 83 San Francisco Giants up next. Rounded off corners, of course. Brooklyn Dodgers. I was not expecting this.
That's really
I was really expecting a Boston Red Sox. I really was.
Oh, same. Actually, if there is a team that we want to talk about that we have not done a lot of in 2025, Boston Red Sox. I hear it all the time from Red Sox fans so far this year. So,
and they are second place behind the Yankees in the American League East.
Chicago White Sox up next. Once again, only team in Chicago that matters.
Oh wow.
Atlanta Braves once again for Tef.
Oh,
yep.
That one should have been worn earlier, just a few weeks ago.
I agree.
Listen, that's a hat for a master right there.
Yeah,
master.
Next up, we got the 1925 Philadelphia Phillies once again.
Damn.
Listen, I don't know what's gotten into our design team, but I'm liking the use of this 1922 Phillies logo
all in 1 week.
Exactly. Really shot our wad all of it. Not least, Block S Seattle Mariners with the metallic gold drop shadow. Had to save it for last.
This
Lord.
video is getting flagged on YouTube.
Listen, I'm just
sorry, guys.
The Block S is undefeated. That metallic gold drop shadow is,
it's sexy, man. It is sexy. But as a reminder, all those A-frames, the red and white, the green and ivories are dropping tomorrow, as in Thursday, May 1st. More than likely between 7 a.m. West Coast time and 8 a.m. West Coast time. So, and stores got them as well. So you can pick them up today if you want to.
Nice.
Woo! All right. We got 2 variety packs to hammer through. Dude, there's so many fucking. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm trying to get through these as fast as I can, guys. So, variety packs. First one is going to be Friday, May 2nd. We got 8. Holy shit. These drop in 8 a.m. West Coast time, 11 a.m. East Coast time. I'm going to hammer through these guys. I'm sorry. First up is an all navy blue Arizona Diamondbacks, plain Jane.
Talk about tonal. I like that.
Yeah.
Very clean.
Flat stitch baddie on the back with the rounded off corners. Cool gray undervisor, black sweatband, hat club tag on the inside. And this one's made in China. This one is a restock. Two-tone, black and olive green with the red outline, red eyes, snakehead Arizona Diamondbacks with the inaugural season patch on the side.
This is a variety pack?
Yes.
God.
I know.
Show the close-up of that front logo. Wow.
Yeah, that 4K camera is doing its thing.
Yeah.
Doing its work, earning its money today.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, as I was talking about San Diego Padres being a prevalent force in May, plain Jane, tone, navy blue and teal with the white and orange early 90s SD logo, orange button up top. San Diego Padres.
San Diego Islanders.
Yeah. Right. Cap Crusader and you, Austin.
Yeah, we said at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Boom. It wouldn't be a weekly drop without another San Jose Sharks hat. This, of course, plain Jane, early 90s logo, good gray under visor, black sweatband, hat club tag on the inside, teal and white NHL shield, made in China, of course.
Shouts out for Sharks Week.
Oh God, I almost screwed everything up. Edmonton Oilers.
I like that logo.
Yeah, 30th anniversary for the side patch. Gonna go a little bit of metallic red and metallic copper with the 5 stars NHL shield on the back. Actually, I'll show off this logo again because obviously this is not a logo we've used before.
No, I think typically it's their team colors, right? The orange, the royal blue, and the white. Normally,
Yeah.
This goes back to like early 2000s colorway though.
I'm gonna assume that the Edmonton on top is tied to the interior color selection on that Oilers script.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben, what was the final points total for the Sharks?
50.
50. So that's our goal for San Jose Sharks hats for the year.
We're closing on it. We're at like 37 or 38 now with the week. Because I still got like 2 more I got to show off before the show's over.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Lightning up next. Blue, black button, black upper visor. A lot of metallic silver on the interior there. 10th year anniversary patch on the side. Flat stitch, royal blue, black, white, metallic silver outline, NHL shield on the back. Good gray under visor, black sweatband, hat club tag on the inside, made in China.
Yeah, that's clean.
I don't know why, but I kind of dig this LA Dodgers hat with the palm trees.
That's dope. We've done it before. There was an LA specific pack that we did, I want to say 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I forget like what the colorway was of it. I feel like it was navy.
I think you're right. I think I remember that.
We haven't used that logo often, so that's dope to see it back.
Well, this one, especially with this colorway, it reminds me of the 1970s Lakers color scheme.
Yeah.
Back when we had Wilt and Jerry West and Elgin Baylor, et cetera, et cetera. So I might have to pick this up.
The Minnesota jersey colorway.
No, because Minnesota was purple and yellow first, and then
it went to the baby blue and the
yellow and
white.
And then last but not least, and of course, this is what I said for Friday, kanji script with the number 17 flowers in the corner, team colorway for the Dodgers hat, LA on the back instead of the flat stitch baddie, but good gray, black sweatband, hat club tag on the inside, made in China. So shout out to Ohtani.
Daniel, we did. You tuned in about a half an hour too late. We went through that on pretty extensively.
Mhm.
All right, now because Sunday is Revenge of the Fitted, so now we're jumping into Monday. This is going to be May 5th. Variety pack number 2, 7 a.m. West Coast drop time, 10 a.m. East Coast. Not to be outdone by the San Francisco Giants South Korea flag side patch. We got an LA Dodgers one as well. So navy blue crown and upper visor, red button up top, white and red front logo, South Korea flag patch on the side, rounded off flat stitch baddie on the back, good grander visor, black sweatband, hat club tag on the inside, and made in China.
I don't know, Chief, but if he does, man.
What?
No, when he was Chief was asking, said, does Shohei get a percentage of these? He said he's a millionaire off royalties.
I'm sure he's getting a cut in some capacity.
He does, yeah, he does through the PA. So
yeah. Basic Giants, red and white, restock. That's about it here. Good grander visor, black sweatband, hat club tag on the inside. Available at the Great Mall as well.
Is there Yankees in that stack of that one?
Same with this brown and white Giant. So brown crown, button upper visor, white front logo, current logo, of course. Flat stitch baddie on the back, good grander visor, black sweatband, hat club tag on the inside. Made in China.
Good cafecito.
This one's made a couple appearances. Chrome white crown, black button, black upper visor, upside down LA black logo. 60th anniversary for the side patch, LA Dodgers, flat stitch baddie on the back. Actually, this is the only detail that's changed, I feel like.
Oh.
Yeah. Chrome white under visor.
Chrome white?
Yeah.
Guess you better not touch that with Dorito fingers.
Exactly. Just to show you. Gray, chrome white.
Damn.
I was going to say, I feel like there is a subtle message going on here. See somebody call it the Howie Long, which I kind of respect. Fuck. 1 sec.
Yeah. I feel like this conversation about white UVs is kind of like our conversation about white guts. I feel like if it's executed right, I don't mind it. It's just I don't see many of these very often.
No.
I'm back. Sorry. All right, moving next. Two-tone Arizona Diamondbacks. I'm pretty positive this one is a restock. But that is pearl whites on the interior with the metallic silver exterior for the Diamondbacks logo, red scales, inaugural season for the side patch, flat stitch baddie on the back, cool grander visor, black sweatband, hat club tag on the inside, made in China. I'll go quickly through this one because this is the third time appearance for this one. Khaki crown, forest green button and upper visor, Ricky Henderson field patch with the athletic script on the front.
Was this is that a restock from Toothpick pack, Ben? Or
Not
no?
Toothpick, but it was just kind of a standalone variety pack.
Okay.
That was the first one we dropped, right? Was that exact colorway? Yeah.
So this will be the third. This is the third appearance that you guys will see for this one. So next Monday.
Yeah.
Hillside Goods, another cap coming this way called the Chinook. One of the few olive green New Era flag on the side. It is a plain Jane. Of course, the blacked out Hillside Goods logo on the back. Good gray under visor, black sweatband, hat club tag on the inside. Made in China.
I'd call that the cracked out RAF.
Turtle. And if you guys haven't seen enough 1925 Philadelphia Phillies logo, we got a black and white one coming your way and a fitted.
Right there.
That's
Bada
clean.
Yeah. Good gray under visor, black sweatband, hat club tag on the inside. This is your variety pack run for next Monday, Cinco de Mayo. Time is going to be 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. East Coast time. Hatclub.com and the Hat Club app.
Cinco de Mayo, Cinco de Hato, whatever you want to call it.
Yep. Cinco de Drinko.
I don't know how I'm going to go through this collection really fucking fast, but I'm going to have to.
Indeed.
Let's do it.
Make sure I do
We've
agree.
been live for a very long time.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Hold on. Let me get some more water.
I'll answer Daniel's question really quickly while Ben
bring it on.
takes a drink. So Daniel's asking, when's the next Hat Club community event? Assuming you mean digitally. So we're rescheduling the COD day, so we just need to figure out the date for that. And we'll let everybody know when that actually happens. Obviously, a slew of things got in the way of that. I was out, like we also tried to do it on NFL draft night and NBA playoffs. So we'll reschedule that so that way we have appropriate amount of people and an appropriate amount of prizes, and we'll be good to go there. But then from in-person community events, Phoenix, right around the corner. We're gonna try and do something for y'all. So stay tuned for that. And give you more details in a couple weeks. But Phoenix, we're coming home.
Yep. Two-tone. When I know, you will know. We'll leave it at that. When I know, you will know.
There we go.
Cool. All right, Ben.
All right, here we go. So these are going to be dropping next Tuesday, May 6th. We've got a 5950 version as well as an A-frame 940 version. There's a lot of these. So like I said, I'm going to hammer through these pretty quick. There's 17 fitted, 22 for the A-frames. They didn't send me all the A-frames, so unfortunately, we'll pick and choose what we got to show off. NHL Collection, these are all mascot front logos. Team color, obviously, so Washington Capitals. And then, of course, the primary logo is going to be on the back.
Screaming Eagle.
Screaming Eagle, baby.
Ben, I do have a request. If there's
Yes.
an A-frame that Corin, what is the word I'm looking
Correlates.
for? Correlate. Yes, thank you, Tef. Correlates with the fitted. Could you hold up both at the same time so that way?
Oh yeah, I can, bro.
Quicker. Very nice.
Good gray undervisors, black sweatbands, Hat Club tag on the inside on every single one of these. And they're all made in China. So, bada boom, number one.
Yeah, and it goes without saying, guys, that so on the fitteds, the primary logo is on the back, but for the adjustable, since there is no back except for the adjustable feature, it'll be on the side patch.
Absolutely. So, yeah, prime example of that. Boston Bruins up next. So, bare face on the front. Boston Bruins side patch there. Of course, the primary logo. Much in the same sense for the fitted version. Back logo for that one. All gray undervisors, black sweatband, Hat Club tag on the insides. All made in China. Boom. All right. Next up. Of course, it wouldn't be an NHL drop, and these technically count as two more. So, San Jose Sharks. You got Sharks up front. You got the alternate fin logo on the side of the A-frame, as well as in the back logo. Bada boom.
Tibrones.
Shit. So somebody was asking for more Seattle Kraken hats. Hell yeah, baby.
What?
Now, is their mascot a pig?
Dude,
No.
I don't know. I was kind of thrown off by this one.
Wasn't there like there's like a Disney movie with like a girl that's like a Kraken? That's what the front logo reminds me of as far as like the mascot. I just can't remember what her name was in the movie.
I gotta Google this.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I got hats going everywhere. Shit. I was gonna say I'll do Anaheim next just because I know these are gonna go. So Anaheim Mighty Ducks up next. Front face logo, of course. Teal crown, maroon button and upper visor. Webfoot logo on the back, as well as for the side patch for the A-frame.
I do, yeah.
So I got the official answer on the Seattle Kraken. So that is Bowie.
Bowie.
And Bowie is a Seattle sea troll who inhabits the caverns of Climate Pledge Arena.
So the real question is, do you have to pay the troll toll to? I'm not gonna finish
that is yeah.
Man.
That is a question.
New Jersey Devils up next. If you're a fan of Seinfeld and you're a fan of the character Putty, go Devils.
Yeah, that devil looks very French.
He looks very
oui, monsieur.
Yeah.
Either that or Suavemente. I was trying to figure out which one, but you know,
Where are we going next? We're going back to LA. LA Kings, of course. You got a lion head, chrome white, black two-tone. Primary logo on the back for the fitted, side patch for the A-frame. Bada boom.
Third in line, are you serious about what Bowie's favorite meal is? That's interesting. It's shark mixed with duck and sprinkled with light maple leaf seasoning.
That's pretty good.
So this one's kind of interesting. But yeah, this is the Chicago Blackhawks. So as you
Interesting.
can tell on the A-frame, back or side patch, and then back logo, of course, for the fitted version. So I don't really know what their mascot is. It kind of looks like a cardinal of some sort.
It's a Black Hawk, Ben.
Shit! All right, I'm going too fast through these things. My brain's not working.
I like that the Black Hawk has a mohawk. I do like that too. That's a nice feature.
Oh God!
I'm allowed one stupid moment every week.
Yeah.
That was light years ahead.
Where it's like,
Flip it.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ, Christensen.
Oh.
Boom. This one I already know is going to sell out because the other octopus version that we did a week and a half ago for the Detroit Red Wings, like that got cleaned out pretty fast. So fitted version, and of course the Red Wings logos on the back. For the A-frame, of course, it's going to be on the side. Gray under visor, black sweatband, hat club tag on the inside. Made in China, baby.
There we go from Mr.
Tommy
Chicago himself, JM6020. His
Tommy Hawk.
Tommy Hawk.
Fucking Cardinal. Where the fuck did I come up with that? All right. Big Show. This one's for you. Yes, there is a gritty.
I think this one's gonna fly.
Yeah,
I do too.
Fucking fly.
Flyers logo galore, baby.
No pun intended on that as well.
If you get gritty, you got to do the gritty with this hat on.
That was it for the A-frames that they sent me. Like I said, there's 22 total A-frames that we're dropping in this collection. But the rest are going to be fitted. So I'm going to hammer through those pretty quick. This is going to be the New York Islanders. They have a dragon apparently for their mascot. Had no idea.
Never ending story.
Those famous Long Island Dragons, you know?
Yes. Colorado Avalanche up next. Got a St. Bernard for a logo. That's interesting.
Yeah, that one's cute as hell, you know?
Yeah. It's a departure from the foot logo that we've seen.
Well,
I'd much rather
Yeti
see
would have
that
been
than
their
the foot
mascot.
logo.
I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
Minnesota Wild. I don't know if this is a bear or a bobcat.
I would assume that it's a bear, given that their primary is a bear, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, first I was thinking I was definitely thinking bear, but then when I saw the red through the eye, I thought like maybe Lucha Libre style type. But I like it though. I do like it.
Nice. Vegas Golden Knights.
What is that?
It's a snake.
I thought it was a turtle.
It's got a lot of teeth for a snake, to be honest.
Yeah.
Or a dinosaur, maybe.
No, it's a snake. I'm not joking.
It's actually a snake.
Like that's actually one of the few mascots I do know for a fact that it is a snake.
Slithery little snake.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's a Gila monster named Chance. He was introduced at the team's second home game on October 13th of 2017.
Wait, what?
That's the mascot's name for the Vegas Golden Knights. He's a Gila monster named Chance.
What the fuck?
What the hell's a Gila monster?
A Gila monster.
A Gila monster, yes.
Oh, the what you call it? The Komodo dragon looking thing?
Yeah.
That
Sorry,
makes
I thought it was a snake. My bad.
That makes
It's a venomous lizard.
I went in super confident on that one, and I was dead right.
Yeah, Ben, maybe you should just stop your sports knowledge at mascots. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, I do like this one.
Columbus Blue Jackets, baby.
I thought this was a frog when we were looking at this today, and I was
See,
like,
okay,
why is
I was right about this one when we talked about it earlier, though.
yeah.
A frog. I immediately thought fly because of the eye bubbles.
Well, the main thing, I haven't gotten to the most important one of all, and of course I'm saving that for last. Calgary Flames up next.
So is there
dogs are
not their
weird.
primary, but isn't one of their secondaries like the horse that like is breathing out flames?
Yeah. So another one where it's just like, I don't know why the mascot isn't a horse.
Harvey the Hound. That's what he's called. That's his name.
I'm assuming that it has something to do with like the fire department or something, you know?
Probably. But the last one, of course, saving the best for last. Toronto Maple Leafs, the polar bear.
Okay.
Makes you just want to have a nice cold glass of Coca-Cola, don't it? Boom. But yeah, like I said, 17 fitted, 22 of these are going to be A-frames as well. They did not send me all the A-frames, so at least we're able to get through these a little bit quicker. But these are going to be dropping Tuesday, May 6th, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. I am going to put a launch page together, so it'll have the entire team list, all the photos and everything. So don't worry, you guys you'll be able to see them all in advance.
Yeah, Chief with the memory unlock for me, Bear in the Big Blue House, but he was talking about the Maple Leafs logo. So that was nice callback, Chief.
Good one, Chief.
Yeah.
All right, last collection we got going. These are dropping next Wednesday, May 7th, 8 a.m. West Coast time, 11 a.m. East Coast time, hackclub.com, hackclub app. And I'm pretty sure majority of the stores are going to be getting like a couple teams for these as well. It's like we've done Stone Domes, obviously multiple times, but this is kind of like a different take on that.
Yeah.
So there's 2 different color schemes for these.
Oh,
Around
shit.
the court.
Wow.
But one of them is going to be navy blue button, navy blue upper visor. I'm going to run through those second. But I'm going to go with these ones first. So kind of a seafoam, a light seafoam as far as the upper visor and the button, as well as the interior of the logo. A little bit of lavender purple in there as well. All these are going to be plain Janes. Tonal nuclear flag on the side. Flat stitch baddie, same color combination there. So a little bit of lavender, a little bit of teal. Good gray under visors, black sweatband, hat club tag on the inside, and all these are going to be made in China. Sorry if I interrupted you there, Steph.
No, you're good. No, I was gonna add on to what Cap Crusader was saying. This to me seems a lot like Glacier Pack with a mixture of like because of that color, but I think the green on that Glacier Pack was a tad bit darker than that. So
It was, yeah, it was a different shade, but it was that I could definitely see that comparison. I like these a lot.
I do, yeah. The seafoam with the stone is a really, really nice color combination. I like it.
Yeah. Boom. So numero uno, there are going to be 6 total in this colorway. LA Dodgers is up next.
Very nice.
Yeah.
It feels very springy on this color.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I feel like a good transition colorway between April into May. Atlanta Braves, right up your alley.
I do like that. I do like the solid. Is that the same like seafoam color for the A?
It is.
I like that. I do like that.
It's much lighter than like we'll say like the Seattle Kraken level of teal seafoam.
Okay.
San Francisco Giants up next.
I do like these. And are these are all China's been or these?
These are all China, yes.
Okay.
Yep. Just had to make sure. Houston Astros mid 90s batting practice / spring training logo.
Oh, that's nice. I like the outline on that one.
Yeah. Good little orbit.
Nice.
Very nice.
And the last one for this specific colorway is, of course, your New York Yankees.
God damn it. Like this would have looked great as a Mets tri logo. Like
it would.
Tri logo Mets with that blue and that seafoam. That would have been literally moist.
Electric.
Yeah.
But yeah, the white paneling on the inside in regard to the what do you call that, Austin?
Taping.
What's that? The interior taping?
Taping. That was the word I was looking for. But actually, Austin Tef beat you to it, but yes. There we go.
Yeah, and white for the buckram too, which is interesting. It doesn't look like that's the traditional gray, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So second color scheme, like I said, Stone Dome, navy blue button, navy blue upper visor, starting with the mid 90s California Angels. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for more of this logo. So now you do get it back as far as the plain Jane is concerned. Same thing, gray undervisor, black sweatband with the Hackler tag on the inside. Made in China on these.
Is the interior of that light blue, Ben, or is it just white?
It's
Interior
white.
of the front logo. Oh, the front logo, I meant.
Oh, the front logo. It's like a dark royal.
Okay, got you.
Sorry, my bad.
No, you're good.
Okay, some of them have the outline, some of them don't. LA Dodgers, solid white. No outline there. Same with the New York Yankees. Boom. Austin just seething right now.
Yeah,
Actually, I mean, this one works great because it's their actual team colors, basically. So
makes sense for them. Yeah.
Chicago White Sox.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
It is. White Sox basically getting adding to any collections, just money. Atlanta Braves.
See, that one also looks very clean given the team colors.
I agree.
Yep. Yeah. It reminds me of the Flawless pack a little bit.
Ooh. Good call.
Arizona
Diamondbacks. So this is one that's going to have that addition of the royal blue as far as the drop shadow is concerned. But it's
yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, looks really, really nice. I feel like this amplifies Austin's point about the Mets. If there was a tri logo, I feel like that would have. Looking at that D-backs.
I've got some partially good news for you here in 1 second. So San Francisco Giants up next. The partially good news is it's not a tri logo, but it is a New York Metropolitans.
I'll take it. That still looks beautiful.
That's a very I think the one thing I like about both of these colorways is that each of them are solid everyday wears.
Yeah. I agree.
100%.
Even the San Diego Padres one, it's the current logo, so rounded off SD with the gap for the interlock. It works well with that color, especially because they had navy blue in the mid-90s.
Yep.
And last but not least, your 2025 World Series champion, Detroit Tigers. Another one that works really great with.
We see all your comments about Cattle Pack. I don't know what you want us to do. It's like it's not getting restocked like tomorrow. So like we see all the comments about it. So
NZP with a really interesting comment. I cannot remember the last time I've seen a Pirates. I feel like I'm pretty good at remembering stuff that we've released as part of collections, but I feel like Pirates, Red Sox, I've not seen a lot of this year.
We did Pirates recently.
Yeah, I remember. I know there was like a Roberto Clemente, like a couple of variety packs where we've done that, but as like a part of a larger pack.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
God damn it! What the hell was it? Because it was one that Justin did because he is a Pirates fan.
Yeah, that's like I remember like those. I remember there were like a couple of Roberto Clemente variety pack ones, but I want to say that there was one that was a part of a pack. I just can't remember it.
Yeah.
Edgar 04 SVT, is there an elephant front logo coming anytime soon for the Athletics? Yes.
Thank you, Chuck.
Ben, where were the stone two tones made? China?
All China, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And then
thank you.
I'll drop in next Wednesday at 8 a.m. West Coast time, 11 a.m. East Coast time, hackclub.com, hackclub app. And that does it for every hat that we're dropping over the next week, which is, like I said, a fucking lot.
Yeah. Man, shouts out to you, Ben. Such a hoss going through all of those hats.
That was a lot of hats.
Yeah, that was a lot. Like, sheesh. But
I was honestly not expecting, like when I was requesting all the hats, I was just like, oh my God, this is so many. It just never ends.
Yeah. Very true, Gillionaire. Yeah, I mean, I think Reflective was the most recent pack that I forgot about that there was a Pirates in that one.
Yes, that was it.
Reflective,
Chris M3 in the Revenge of the Fitteds pack, there's a Texas Rangers. So and then for Houston Texans, I think there is some stuff coming over the next couple months. So Eddie, you'll be all right there. Why do we only have a few pieces of 950s? So primarily because feedback on 950s isn't the most solid. and like they do well at our store level.
Mhm.
So, but you know, like a lot of people have been digging the 940 and then the 970. And so like that's been the primary reason. So like we don't have you know, besides the store level, I would say if you're looking for a 950 from Hat Club, the store, if you're near a store, they should have stock in something. Probably won't be like the crazy colorways that we're doing, but we are going to start interjecting the 950 into some of these packs as well. So like, you know, I sit with the design team every week and they go through like what we have upcoming. And I do know that there will be an interjection here and there of a 950, but primarily you're going to see it in the 940 and the 970 because those are fitting people's heads much better. So
Way better.
Yeah.
James, very soon. Well, we're just gonna say very soon, as if my math serves me correctly, during next week's show, we will have an answer to your question. But yeah, no, I mean, I think I agree with Chief. I've not had a 950 in hand, but I've heard the people that really like the 950 say because they like how it fits like a 5950 in like the crown area. But to be honest with you, I don't. Now that I've had a few 940s, I like them.
So the 950 is entirely based off of a size 7.5 fitted. So basically, if you have under a size 7.5 head, it's gonna be very big and boxy on your head. So like I fall into that. I wear a 7.25 or 7.125. So like it's gonna be very, very boxy on your head. So that's why a lot of people are leaning towards the 970 and the 940 right now. Because most of the new era sales are under that 7.5 range. So, but like bigger domes do like the 950.
More room. Definitely more room. Yeah. Hey, Doodle Jor. Shouts out to you, buddy.
Sure.
What up, Jor? Good to see you, friend.
Friend of the show. If anybody's wondering how those cartoon renditions of us came to be, that's the guy.
Yes, sir.
I was gonna say, based on the hideousness of my face right now, I could definitely use for a cartoon logo right now.
Let's see.
And I wasn't picking at it, Flashfire, aka Dad. God, no, it's crazy because it's like it feels weird, but it's just thick as hell. I don't understand what the hell happened.
Okay, I have a challenge for us, gents. Since normally with recap we go over like all the hats that are going to be releasing in the next week or so. What's one bold prediction that you think is going to turn out before next week's show, based off of the hats that we've gone over?
I'll let you go first, Austin, on that one.
I think. That's a good question. I would say if we're going to, I think the Yankees, as much as I hate this the sentence I'm going to say, I think the Yankees is going to sell out almost immediately for the Revenge of the Fitteds pack, primarily because of the uniqueness to the execution. And this is also, I don't think it's going to be the first to sell out because just quantity wise, like it has more because it's that special material. So I don't think it's going to be the first to sell out, but I think it's going to be one of the first 3 or 4 that sells out.
Okay.
I agree with that.
So
my prediction for this next week is both the Detroit Red Wings and the Philadelphia Flyers gritty hats are going to sell out before we do the next episode of recap.
I would agree with that. I think
I think my prediction is along your lines, Ben, but wow, it's going to sound blasphemous for me to say this. I believe that the 940s of the mascot hats will sell out before the 5950s.
Wow.
That's I like that one actually.
Yeah.
I feel like I think it's a style of hat. I mean, I think both hats accomplish the same thing, but I think just the placement of the side logo. And then also I'm just thinking of like for little kids, like a lot of these logos are like for the team mascots on the ice. So I think that it lends itself better for like younger generations. So I can see, and I mean, Austin, you've been saying at 940s that we've seen an increase in the market share. So I'm thinking, I think that's a bold prediction. I think I know there was a little bit of mixed reactions in the comments, but I think the 940s of those mascots are going to move.
You know, if the trend continues, there will be a point where half of the sales are A-frames. If the trend continues.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, Ben, we showed off what? We showed off 2 Color Story 940s. Yeah, we showed off 2 Color Story 940s. I can see those moving really quickly because those are easy things to buy and to wear. And I essentially kind of look at the mascots as the same thing, especially since you're having the only difference between the 5950 and the 940 is just style of hat.
Hey, we can't get the stores to stop telling us to send them 940s.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, they are harassing us nonstop for more of them. So like I think it's good stuff. So your hardcore fitted collector might be pretty vocal, but the numbers aren't on their side.
So yeah, I was looking on my phone here because I want to double check to see the numbers between the A-frames and the fitteds for those mascot hats to kind of see how close to Furry's going to come with this prediction. They're actually identical. So, so like for example, for what do we have for A-frame that we also have in fitted, the total quantity is the exact same, which doesn't happen often. So I'm actually leaning more toward you being correct on this one.
I feel, you know what, and I think this is a cool. I did it as just like a guinea pig because I think obviously, bulk of the show we were going to talk about Revenge of the Fitteds and all the other cool things that we have going, but maybe that's something we can do and here on out of be the contrarians, if we will, because that definitely felt blasphemous for me to say that a 940 would outperform
And I mean, right from the man himself. So Raw Fitteds works in our store, and he said 940 wall at Great Mall is taking over. So
I can concur with that. Like the entire back wall has become 940s basically, which is incredible.
Yeah, and I think it just speaks to, I think with fitteds it does take a little bit more fit knowledge, if you will, because like if you're using different materials, then you may have to go up a size, you may have to go down a size. So whereas with adjustables, as long as the adjustable is the same, you're pretty much good. I've even had people when I've done ambassador hats even ask me, hey, is your hat fitted or is it going to be adjustable? So it's definitely a way of the future.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of people ask for the master pack in A-frames too. So I do want to answer a question from that Arrington on IG. He's asking about pre-orders, and it's mentioned as in the new app in system, but we have yet to do a pre-order. So number of things factor into that like we just really didn't like. I mean, politically, things factored into that we didn't really realize would happen. Also, we've had changes internally that affected that initial pre-order launch thing. So like we are still looking at it. It's not something that we're ignoring or is going to go away. It is still something that we're trying to explore. The timing just kind of has to be right on the pre-order thing now. So, like I think that's going to be biggest thing. Cause I mean, like, I don't think anybody was anticipating 140% tariffs on something a year ago. So yeah, so that's kind of the main thing that those things have hindered it. So, but still something that we're looking at very, very frequently, and we hope to do more pre-orders. Hopefully this year if we're able to, and then into 2026. I mean, I know one that like we've kicked the can on a couple times is the Seinfeld stuff that we've done, and seeing if we wanted to do a pre-order behind that, because that was tremendously successful. That sold out in a matter of minutes, and then also did really well on the A-frames as well. Those sold out at 100% as well. So I know that's one that we've talked about, but the timing just has to be right, and it has to make sense financially for everybody involved. So that's long story short there.
I think the other thing in regard to when we used to do pre-orders back in the day, like the common factor in all of them was for the most part, the collections we did pre-orders on were all the same color scheme.
Mhm.
When you're talking about purchasing fabric to make all these hats, yes, we're talking about multiple teams and stuff. It was way easier to do pre-orders with that just because all you're doing is changing the side patch and the front logo. Everything else is basically the same.
Right.
Trying to go with individual hats, especially at a higher volume, yeah, way more challenging.
Yeah. CG, to your question, because I know this question comes up a lot during stream. Normally when you guys ever will see our designers, so that's T800, Capra, .nyc for Freddie, Justin, JFM, MGMT, and even and Jorge, always tap it to see who's tagged. If you see a specific store tag, that will give you an indication that that hat will probably be a store exclusive.
Yeah.
If you don't see anything tagged and it's only Hat Club, that'll hint to you that it's probably going to be an online drop. Also, typically when hats come in, if we notice, like right now we're coming towards the end of the month, typically that hat will probably, I've found it releasing within the next 2 to 3 weeks. Things like that sometimes. So just stay tapped in and stay tuned. But normally most of those I've seen where they're like one-offs or a little bit. Some of them are pieces of a larger collection. Others are variety packs.
Cool.
James
Ben,
Grambo, I didn't realize how serious you were being in that comment about the Rockets. Currently up by 30 on the Warriors right now. God damn.
Yeah, it's looking like the Thunder and the Grizzlies game right now. They're just, I mean, and this has just been a weird year of teams losing by historic margins. But I think it just goes to show, the talent disparity in the West. So I'm interested to see how this year's, playoffs look and they go.
Hey, speaking of historic margins, Indiana Pacers down by 7 with 40 seconds left to go in overtime.
Jeez.
They are the first team in NBA history to come back from down 7 or more points in 40 seconds or less in NBA playoff history. And when I say, what are the numbers like on that? 1,069 games, in which case the team that was down lost. And Indiana became one of 1,070 right there.
Jeez. Yeah. Go ahead, Austin. Sorry.
And then, just to go back to business here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of comments about the app and Cattle Pack, and so Cattle Pack as a whole is done. It's going to LA. It's going to be at LA on Saturday for just the Dodgers. So, but like all of the bot orders have been canceled. They've been distributed to their respective spots, and that's the last of the inventory. So that's going to be gone for a while. But I will say, for those complaining about the app, in May, there is an app exclusive that Cattle Pack fans will be very happy about. That was planned outside of Cattle Pack, but Cattle Pack fans will be very happy about it, and you'll need to have the app downloaded and ready to go for that. But then also complaining about the app, it's the same thing as the website. Like if we get an influx of people trying to hit the site, it's no different than sneakers. Like you're just not going to be able to cop when there's 10,000-15,000 people trying to get at the hat at the same time. So, so that's kind of just the way that it works. Same as buying tickets online,
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ben.
I was going to say Gillionaire. Technically, Reggie did do it back in, 93, 94 with the 8 points in 9 seconds. The reason why it didn't count for that stat is because Reggie scored 6, tied the game up. John Starks missed his free throws, and then Reggie, of course, hit his free throws to win the game. So because it was 6 points to tie it, that's why it didn't fall in that stat line, even though it probably should have. But I was thinking about that the entire time.
Yeah.
Wow. K-Fish asked for a re-release of the All-Star Decades pack.
Dude, I was thinking about that the other day because I saw like 4 people between LA, Vegas and Arizona each wearing one, and it was definitely ours.
That's crazy. Yeah, I haven't even thought about that pack in years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a random one. That's like that's a deep cut. That means that's a true Hat Club customer when you're asking for the
I like those
Decades
hats.
All-Star pack to come back. So
Yeah, I'm interested to Grandpa. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I think for those of y'all that are really, if you thought April was bad, May is pandemonium. May is going to be pandemonium.
Yeah, I was already looking at next week's hats after request for recap. God damn it! I'm gonna stay off screen because you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can still hear
you. There's not as many hats as this week that we just showed up, but there's still a lot. And that's going to be a consistent theme as May goes on. So yeah.
Yes, we got 59 50 day in May.
Yeah.
And then we got, obviously some great people lined up. Ben gave kind of that hint, nudge about possibly Oscar having his hands and some more things this month. We kind of got to see a little bit of it this show. So this is, I definitely, and I talked to Ben and Austin about this. I feel like May probably is going to be, I think April and May are probably going to be one of our most complete months as far as collections, variety packs. And then also May is Pink Bottom month. So,
yeah,
there's a lot of great things that we got going on. Shouts out to Frosty, shouts out to PBJ and everybody, so expect big things from us this May. So if you thought your pocketbooks, your wallets, your Apple Pay machines were safe.
Yeah, and I do want to level set on expectations too. Like, we're not doing Pinky season like how we did last year's Pinky season. So like the whole month isn't just Pinkies like how we did in previous years. So it's going to be a good mix of everything. But Pinkies are definitely included into that. So and then like June and July aren't slowing down at all. So like it's gonna be pretty hot and heavy over the next few months. So
listen, but yeah, man. So we appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Good show. Shout out to AB, Rich, Freddie. So the masters behind Revenge of the Fitteds. So that's dropping Sunday, May 4th, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Hatclub.com, Hat Club app. Good luck to everybody.
I'm still here, right?
Yeah, you're still here. Yeah.
Okay. Weird.
Yeah, so that's gonna go quick. So be ready to cop.
I actually got one more thing I want to add for going into next week.
All right, let's hear it.
So if I'm a sucker for anniversaries and knowing dates and stuff like that. Do you guys know what next week's episode is?
Oh no,
that's the 5-year anniversary of this lovely show.
5 fucking years we've been doing this. Crazy.
Yes.
Listen, I wasn't here in the beginning. Well, I was here in the beginning, but I was a viewer, so it's awesome to have a little bit of a page. I always could depend on Chief to get to the real question. But in all seriousness, I wasn't on here as a host until recently, but seeing what the show has become, seeing how great it is for the community, you guys tapping in with us every week, laughing with us, joking with us, enjoying hats with us. It never gets old, and we're super duper happy. I'm super duper happy to, like I said, be a part of the legacy and what we're building here. So I'm excited to have gone past in here. Not sure how long. Well, Flashfire, I think, a year and 6 months. I'm almost at 2 years.
Yeah.
And I've not missed the show.
God damn it. Yeah, I'll bring photos next week to you how different I look over 5 years and how much grayer and uglier I've gotten in that 5-year stretch.
It is pretty astounding. Like for working at Hat Club, am I coming up on year 4? I think I'm coming up at year 4 for Hat Club. But like on my phone, I have pictures of Ben from 4 years ago, from like all the events we were doing and stuff like that. It is pretty astounding to see. Ben definitely has become a silver fox, as they say.
It's entered his Clooney era.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, but
Although, what
I-
the hell is going on with George Clooney right now with his with his dyed hair?
I listen, I feel like Clooney's just one of those guys. I mean, even when he's doing wrong, and it's like, I don't know. Somehow he just, no one's ever gonna tell him stop being George. It's like he's gonna
Right.
keep doing what he's doing. But yeah,
I will. I'll show off this one. I don't know if Ben's able to get his camera back, but speaking of recap, here's an old image of Bree and Ben.
Oh man, shouts
So
out to Bree.
you can see the difference there.
Full brown beard.
Dude, yeah.
Uh-huh.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. No, but yeah, like shouts out to Bree and shouts out to everybody that had a hand in building the community that y'all see here. Shouts out to everybody in Discord. If you guys are with us during the Instagram live days and migrated with us to Twitch, it's awesome. We've had a great time chronicling, the journey so far. And hey, here's to many, many more with you guys and hanging out.
Dope. Well, that's a good way to end the show. I feel like Ben's camera is struggling right now.
Yeah,
So,
I'm back, and probably a good time to go.
Yeah. So yeah, I gotta go medically treat a dog. So good hanging out with everybody. Good show this week.
Sure.
Hell yeah,
Good
guys.
show. As always, y'all stay safe. And good luck this weekend on Revenge of the Fitteds, and we'll see y'all next week.
Peace. And thank you to
Later,
AB,
peace.
Rich, and Freddie. See you guys.